people talking cause they've nothing better to do.
Hey, everybody. All right, that was Peter Norica, fresh off Box of Rocks. Coming at ya!
Coming at ya! I don't think it's fresh anymore, is it?
It's fresh because it's our fucking theme song, Cal. So there's nothing cooler than knowing that somebody wrote us a theme song. I know that we talked about that a while back, but I would have to guess we have some new listeners by now that don't even know the origin of that song. Early on, we were playing different artists, and just out of the blue, whether they'd reach out to us or we'd reach out to them. And that's how we came across the lovely Jasmine Kane, who you may or may not know is touring as we speak. She is a phenomenal artist out of whatever, Puxtawny, Philadelphia, or whatever the fuck that's for. I don't know. She is
a Groundhog Day reference. Oh, all right.
She is actually a very, very stand-up artist. When she says she's going to do something, she does it. When she gets on stage, she just leaves it all out there. So if you got a chance, visit her website. It's www.worthlessfuckingnonretweetingcunt.com.
Is this where we're going with this already?
So what you guys
first show of the new year.
What you guys don't know is Anthony and I just recorded an 1.5-hour episode. And I'm gonna say it wasn't the best. There's probably a couple giggles in there, but so what
you can find it on YouTube.
No, so what we're gonna do is put it on. We're gonna go ahead and put it on our feed. So if you're subscribed, you'll hear it. But if you just follow us on Facebook or Twitter, and that's where you get the links for the shows, you're gonna miss it because it won't be up there. It'll just show up if you're subscribed to us on your cast player, podcatcher, I guess they call them. You'll see 2 new shows instead of just one. So subscribe, fuckers. All right. Yeah. So the whole thing with Jasmine Kane, I think we should do a little bit of backstory. Just on some of the things that we talk about. So we have a list of like 26 things to talk about this week, and that's why the show that we were just referencing kind of went sideways, just because we got overwhelmed. So I wanted to do something that was kind of funny and put it out instead of just the shit show, the normal shit show. But anyway, so what it was this Jasmine Kane was somebody that we played her music with the agreement that she would retweet the show. And I guess that week's show was so bad that she didn't want her name attached to it because she wouldn't retweet the pinned tweet or anything, and it's just been fucking eating at me ever since.
For like 8 months.
Yeah, it's since way early on when we started this.
It was literally a footnote in one day of my life that I could give 2 shits less about, and Doug just will not let it go.
Really, I don't care. It's just we need something to talk about on here, and when I know that I am out of options, I have one of 2 things. I can either badmouth John from Brand X, or I can talk about Jasmine Kane.
Perfect. I love that you have those options available to you.
as part of the my revelation, no. What are the resolutions? Yeah, not revelations. That's something else.
John 3:16.
John Buchanan's 3:16 is thou shalt not make fun of the Brand X podcast anymore. I am now only going to talk nice about Brand X and John.
Why?
And
does that mean I have to talk double mean about him?
No, it means that we're going to be a pro Brand X podcast. That's our new name.
Really?
Going into the new year, yes. We are only going to tweet about Brand X. We are only going to... Our show is... We're going to reference their show. Basically, review. That's all we're going to do is review their show.
We're going to review their show. All right. That's pretty good.
But due to copyright laws, we won't be able to play any of their clips. So we will just talk about what they talked about.
I see where we're going with this.
Yeah. So those of you
We're going
that
to talk about it before they talk about it.
No. So last week, for instance, the last show that they recorded, we'll just go play by play. John had come out as being gay, and it was a surprise to Deuce, which I can understand. Yeah. So John had come out as being gay.
Yes.
And Deuce, who is the smart one, was taken aback, as they say. He didn't take it in the back. Don't get me wrong.
Speaking of Deuce and taking it in the back. All right. That was a bad joke.
Yeah. So you killed the whole fucking premise now. It's all shot.
I ruined the whole thing.
I was really going somewhere with that, too.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's done. Moving on. All right. What do we got?
It is?
Yeah.
Wow. That was, if I ruined it with just that,
It's
you were
'cause
really treading
I
lightly.
was looking for an out, man. I was looking for a way to get out of that. I don't even know why I started talking about Brand X. No, so
I want to hear more about John coming out.
yeah, if you haven't, go check out Brand X podcast. They were a big help in getting our sound quality up to snuff, I guess you'd say. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to help with our content, as you can tell. I would also like to say go check out Bad Cop, Bad Cop. I love their show. Anthony can speak for himself, I guess.
I've listened to half of one episode and didn't care for it. So that's where we're at.
And it's funny. Another show that I have grown to like is, what is it? The fucking Saturday Evening Post or the Tuesday Evening? What the two is comedy.
One is comedy.
What's the name of the show?
The Monday morning podcast.
The Evening Radio Podcast.
Evening Radio Podcast. There you go.
Yeah, I started. It's funny because, to be honest, I started listening to them only because we were in that war with them and talking shit. And now I listen to every episode and there's 2 episodes a week. I mean, I've got like 12 hours of driving back and forth to work every. So I'm not trying to like justify my listening to them by saying that I've got all these hours to fill, but.
That's great. We love your show, but I got all these hours to fill, so I got to listen to something.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So if I only had an hour of podcast listening a week, would it be that show? No.
Dick.
What? You want me to lie?
No. I just wanted to call you a dick. Okay, come down to it. If you only had an hour a week, what show?
That would be hard. So in all seriousness, it would either be Brand X,
okay,
or Bad Cop, Bad Cop. I think.
Okay.
So I know that those are my two. So I believe, and I hope I'm not hurting John's feelings with this because that's not the intent. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. So I know that Bad Cop makes me laugh constantly.
Yeah.
They have the same sense of humor as I have, I think.
Okay.
But they're just smarter. But me and John have become such good friends that John's show entertains me. I just don't think that it. Fuck, I don't want to say that. I'm looking forward to seeing what John has planned in the future. Fuck, I don't like any of that, man. It all comes off shitty.
It all came off shitty no matter what. You just kept digging.
Yeah. Ask me that question again.
So if you only had 1 hour a week for podcasts, what are you going to listen to?
That's a tough one. It would either be Bad Cop show with Dave and Jerry, or Brand X. That possibly would be in there. All right, take 3. I can't do it.
We just skipped this question.
No,
this
man.
isn't an interview,
We're just filling time, man. Trying to make it.
We're just filling time.
You know what?
This fucking fluff.
Do it again. Ask me again.
So if you only had 1 hour a week, What are you going to listen to? What podcast?
Probably Bad Cop, Bad Cop.
One more time.
Brand X podcast.
All right.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. All right, ask me again.
So, if you only had 1 hour a week, what podcast are you going to listen to?
Conspiring to Argue. Now, ask me again.
Perfect. You're just going to keep asking?
Ask me again.
If you only had 1 hour a week, what podcast are you going to listen to?
The Evening Radio Podcast.
If you only had 1 hour a week, what podcast are you going to listen to?
Bumping Uglies. Oh, I think
So if there
Bumping Uglies.
if it came down to 1 hour a week, how many podcasts can you listen to, and which ones would they be?
So now you're gonna have a tough job editing this, but I need you to make a special episode for each person for me to send to them.
That's so funny. Oh fuck!
All right, so thanks, John. From
all that's staying in there. You know that?
Right, I know
that whole thing is staying
it has
in
to.
there.
It has to. But I wanted to follow it up by saying thanks, John. Just know that I hope that your coming out party is okay or whatever. No, fuck, I don't know. Whatever. I got nothing.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah. John, just know that I listen to 100 podcasts a week, and you're in the top 3. How's that?
That's
right
good.
below Pizza Podcaster.
Is that guy still around? Whatever happened to that guy?
No, he hasn't.
Did he
put
just
him
drop
out.
off the face of the earth?
I talked to him, I don't know, a month ago, and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? And he's like, nothing, just moved and just getting back into it. And I said, so are you done podcasting? And he said, yeah. How come? I got tired of talking about fucking pizzas. Well,
That's great.
Well, the great thing is that it's your fucking show and you can talk about whatever you want.
You don't have to talk about pizzas, man.
But so
You can talk about sub sandwiches or meatballs or whatever.
there was a good solid 2 weeks there where every podcast he was on it. He just started showing up everywhere.
Really?
And then he was just gone. He was gone. His last episode was about guys wearing skinny jeans, and that's his coup de grace, whatever the fuck they call it.
And
Coup d'etat.
Did he say? Did he say this is my last episode?
No, he
was
quit.
just done.
He just quit.
That's our move. That was when we were done. That was going to be our move.
And then he's like, "Yeah, I just got tired of talking about fucking pizzas."
That's hilarious.
All right, we got a whole list of things in front of us to talk about, and I don't even know that I want to go over them again, just because it wouldn't be sincere. I just wanted to put something out that I thought would be kind of funny.
All right, so go ahead and get started with that anytime now. It's only going to be funny to like 4 people, just John and one person. It's only going to be funny to one person.
Ow, I don't care.
Neither do I. It's our show. Fuck it. Let's talk about pizza.
Let's talk about delivering pizzas.
You ever delivered pizza?
I delivered flowers, if that counts.
No. Do you have to have? No, it doesn't. Wait, you delivered flowers like to funeral homes?
Well, that was part of it, yeah, but also to houses.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think I told you.
I knew
all that.
I knew you had a florist business. I never. I guess they do that, but I never thought that was a service that florists did, was deliver flowers to people's houses. I thought it was just like funeral homes and hospitals, you know.
No, I can't. I don't believe that you've ever won out of the house. Actually, you never stop surprising me with the shit that you don't know.
All right.
Yeah. So she owned my wife owned a flower shop for about 6 years or so. And I was working third shift at a machine shop, and then I would get off work and go help her by delivering flowers before I went home and went to bed. Does any of this matter? Because you asked me.
Nope.
I thought you wanted to go somewhere. talking about pizza or something.
Nope. I don't want to go anywhere. I was just making conversation. I had no idea that people had flowers delivered to their house. Why? Why would you deliver flowers to somebody's house? If they didn't die or in the hospital, what do they need flowers for? Or if it's not Valentine's Day,
So
or you're not going to the prom.
So you keep coming up with, or if it's not Mother's Day, or if it's not their birthday, or if it's not their anniversary, or if it's not, like there's 100 different reasons to send somebody flowers. Yeah, okay.
That's just what the floral industrial complex wants you to believe.
Oh, you ain't fucking shitting, man. Yeah, I don't even want to get into that. I don't want the Illuminati coming after me.
Oh shit! Did you get out of it because it wasn't profitable?
No, it was profitable.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. All right.
So if you guys truly care, send an email to doug.who'srightpodcast@gmail.com, and I'll write you back with the story of what happened. Because I don't care enough to tell you right now, and I know that nobody's going to write me an email asking me to tell them the story, so I don't have to worry about it.
All right. So we didn't cover this last show, but we should have, and I wanted to. We've got somebody that offered to do a sponsorship for us to sponsor our show, but we got to talking about it a little bit, and it turns out that it's not really a sponsorship for us.
So
it doesn't.
We've got somebody that is willing to let us advertise for them.
Yeah. And we almost fell for it.
Without the fear of us having to pay taxes on any earnings because we won't get paid.
Right.
Yeah, so we're horrible at this.
Just start the show with that. Yeah, so we're horrible at this.
Well, we should have. I'm beginning to think that we should have stuck with the Poop Culture Extended Universe and just gained some exposure through them. I mean, they're fucking all over the place, and they do a hell of a job of promoting their podcast. And you spend no time on Twitter, so it means shit to you. I see it every fucking day. I see what they're doing to try to push their shows, and I feel like I'm the kid looking in the windows, at the family around the fireplace, and they're all having a good time. And I used to be part of that family for a week, and then, so we're like just getting the little fucking scraps and shit. Like every once in a while they'll throw a retweet at us or something where we used to eat with them around the big table.
I love these analogies. That's great.
But now,
do you think it's too late to get back?
Yeah. I wouldn't want to go through all that shit again.
I would, just to get back off.
Yeah, because you didn't do anything. That would be fucking great. We get back into it, and then you say, "You know what? I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore."
Set that up.
Make it happen, Captain. So now there's this company that wants or is willing to sponsor a big giveaway, and I was all for it. I was all excited by it because it was something for us to offer our listeners. So this company would get the reach of our show. The listeners would get the prizes from this company, and we would be sitting here paying our fucking hosting fees. So
I don't see what the problem is here. So they get something, the listener gets something, we get nothing.
Right. So go back to the guy, Don't Buy This Stuff. I think his website is don'tbuythisstuff.com. His Twitter is Don't Buy This Stuff with one F. He wanted to sponsor a T-shirt giveaway, and we were part of it, and we did it. And then he gave away a T-shirt to one of our listeners, and then also sent each one of us a shirt, which is I'm okay with that. I don't want money.
Yeah,
but
no, I don't. We don't need. We have jobs. We don't need money. We just imagine if you started a podcast and you got anything for it. That's how I feel. It's just something to show for it. It's cool.
So, the more I think about this, I'm going to tell him to go fuck himself.
Really? With one of his products?
Well, I guess I don't care if he does or not. But so I sit here and think about the amount of time that I spent trying to promote this fucking show, and then to turn around and we've gathered somewhat of a decent sized audience, and then to tell him that he can just have it for free, he can have access to our audience just because he wants to. Fuck him.
Just because he wants to. Does he listen to the show?
I guess we'll find out.
Instead of just saying fuck him, why can't you just have him see if he'll send us one, just like the T-shirt guy did? No. We haven't even said what the product is yet,
and I'm not going to either. No,
I want one.
No, I think I'm gonna tell him that I am politely. I don't even know what I want from him, but maybe it is money, I guess, because I don't want his product.
Maybe it is money. You don't want his product? Why not? You can hang it on the wall.
All right. Well, yeah. Yeah, so no, I'm serious. I spend all this fucking time trying to push this show, and I reach out to people on Twitter all the time and try to help them out with their show in any way I can with their graphics or whatever. Just
sure.
To try to help build a relationship between a bunch of indie podcasters and
sure.
And then to turn around and take that and just give it to somebody else just because he's fuck that don't even make sense.
Yeah, sure it does.
It does?
Yeah. That's how you build relationships. What does it hurt? How does it take away from you?
How does it take away from me? It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't at all.
So then what negative way does it affect you or me?
I am owed money.
Now we're getting to the root of this thing.
So I have put in too much time and money into this show to just give it away.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to use all the hop on my back and chirp to the listeners, to the people that tune in every week from all over the country. We got
all over the
fucking world. And then he just wants to come in here and jump on my back and start chirping into the microphone about buy my product. Well, pay up, motherfucker, because this shit ain't free. This is $9.99 a month, mister.
Or Mrs.
Nope, it's a mister.
All right. So I want to go on record right now and say that I'm in complete disagreement with you on this.
I wonder, and I hate to keep bringing this up, but I'm going to anyway. I wonder if you would feel the same way if you put in the time to this show that I did. If you I'm not saying it's owed because you don't care, and you've made it clear you're not going to spend a bunch of time wasting your time on social media. You're going to get on and record, and you're good with that.
Yeah.
But let's say you put 2 hours a day, hour and a half a day into this show. Yeah. Every single day.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd feel the same way?
Yes.
I don't think
because the way that the reason that I feel this way is because the only way that this show is ever going to get ahead or, move up or however you want to put it is to forge these relationships with people. And if this relationship doesn't affect us negatively, then it affects us positively, I think. There's no neutral relationships in this world.
Okay, so you need then to go out and buy Steakums. Steakums, it's the meat.
What the fuck are you talking?
I'm just going to start doing free commercials for people. Fuck it. I'm not. I don't care. They don't even have to sponsor us. We're just going to start doing free commercials for people.
Is Steakums really a thing?
Not only is Steakums a thing, it was founded in 1936 by Mr. Bob Steakums.
Bob Steakums.
You're not familiar with Steakums?
What a convenient name. No, I'm not.
It's like a frozen square of meat that you put in your frying pan, and then it only takes like 26 seconds to heat, and then you've got a steak sandwich.
Do you really? Are they good?
I like them.
Are Are they food?
So let me rephrase that. So yes, I've had them once, and I would be willing to have them again if they were willing to send me a gift certificate for 2 free boxes of Steakums. The meat.
You know what? I'd take a free box of Steakums too.
Whatever. So anyway, buy Steakums. It's the meat.
Shit. It's the meat.
Now I'm going to send them an invoice.
I think you should. Every time we say Steakums, it's 47 cents.
Eat Steakums. It's the meat.
Is that really their tagline?
Nope.
Even better.
How about
Steakums? It's the meat.
All right.
Nope.
Oh, holy shit!
Steakums
Steakums.
is.
It really is in Pennsylvania.
Oh, we really are going to say that this is going to be a running thing from now on. I hope you know. Steakums. Eventually, they will sponsor. We're going to force them to sponsor us.
You listen here, Steakums.
John or Bob Steakum.
You listen here, Bob Steakum.
That's probably Bob Steakum Jr. by now.
Oh, how in the fuck can it? So I'm sitting here reading the shit about. Tell me this doesn't sound good. According to inventor Gene Gagliardi, Steakum was created after putting beef through a grinder multiple times, mixing and molding it, freezing it, softening it, then ultimately slicing it. In a 2012 lawsuit, Judge Lawrence Stegall described the product as chopped and formed emulsified meat product that is comprised of beef trimmings left over after an animal is slaughtered, and all of the primary cuts, such as tenderloin, fillet, and ribeye, are removed. The emulsified meat is pressed into a loaf and sliced, frozen, and packaged. You know what?
Steakums. It's the meat.
Yeah, that's better than that.
Nope, I think it should be Steakums. There's a little bit of meat in there.
It's Steakums. It's emulsified.
It's emulsified. I love it. Steakums. It's emulsified. I love it. That's great.
Well, there's now a 0 chance that we are going to get sponsored by Steakums.
Oh,
Fuck.
we're still going. Fuck. We're still going for it. I think if we push hard enough, we can get it. Shove this emulsified piece of loaf in your face.
Fuck, man, we were so close too.
Were we?
Can
we need to find somebody to sponsor us.
Can we legally say, like, they are the official blobbity blah of the Who's Right podcast?
They're the official of steak is the official of the podcast.
Steakum. They're the official crutch word of the Who's Right podcast.
We can officially say that.
No, I mean, can I say?
don't-
Can I say Dr. Pepper? It's the official soft drink of the Who's Right podcast.
I don't think so. I mean, you just did, but I don't think you can legally say that. I'm pretty sure you're going to jail now
Why?
because it leads people to believe that Dr. Pepper supports our show when they probably don't.
Okay, so what if we say this show is not endorsed by Dr. Pepper,
Right.
but it is the official pop of the Who's Right podcast?
I think we could get away with it then.
Okay, so this show is not endorsed or anything by Emulsified Meat Incorporated, but
Emulsified Meat Incorporated. Is that the name of their business? Steakums, it's emulsified. I love it. That's really funny.
Should I work up a Photoshop?
Yes, that should be the name of the show. Steakums, it's emulsified. Can we name our show that? Is Steakums trademarked?
We are. I think we're going to use the name of what we came up with for the last episode.
Oh, and not even reference it?
Right. I'm not even going to say it out loud here.
Perfect. I already forgot what it was, so that's perfect.
But at this point of the show, this is when I'm going to remind you to subscribe, because then you'll go back and figure out how we got to the name of this episode. Actually, yeah, so people won't even understand that. So the name of the episode that you're listening to now is Just Bleeding Into Your Gym Shorts Isn't Enough. The way that we got there is by a conversation that we had on the episode that you need to subscribe to listen to. Got it? Fuck. All right.
Wait, were you talking to me? Steakums, it's emulsified.
It's emulsified. All right, so if you're listening to us, Steakums, sponsor our podcast. What do we want from them? Let's just work through it real quick and then get the fuck out of here. What?
How many Steakums come in a box?
I don't know. All of them? I don't. How many Steakums?
I want a whole cow's worth of Steakums. So 3 Steakums, please.
It looks to me 100% all beef sandwich steaks, chopped, shaped, thinly sliced. I don't see how many sandwiches worth of Steakums do you need? I guess that's the question.
Sandwiches worth of Steakums. I don't know, 6 a day for 6 months.
No, I'm serious. I want to work through this. How many Steakums are you going to eat in a week's time?
Oh, I don't know how big. Are they big? Can I eat one? I don't know if one's going to fill me up. I don't know what they are. Is one pretty big?
Okay, let's assume in the rate of currency, 1 Steakum equals 1 sandwich.
Okay. I'm gonna need 5 Steakums a week.
So you're telling me you're going to eat 5 steak sandwiches a week?
Yes, one every day.
What about your kids?
Is that too much? Is that they don't eat Steakums? They only eat broccoli.
What about your wife?
Broccoli's not emulsified.
What about your wife?
10 Steakum sandwiches a week.
See, that's fucked up.
20 a week. Why is that fucked up?
No, I want to have a serious conversation. Can you just have a serious conversation for once?
It's going to be really hard, but I'll try.
Okay, how many Steakums are you going to eat in a week?
Can you have a serious conversation for once?
Now, I need you to tell me, we are in the middle of our fucking negotiations with Steakums. It's emulsified. Trademarked Emulsification Corporation.
Patent pending. The emulsification process is patent pending.
Okay, so we're in the middle of our fucking negotiations. So
All
don't
right.
give me any of your fucking bullshit union math. How many Steakums do you need a week for them to be a sponsor?
I would say 10. 10 yeah.
What
I would
the
say 10 a
fuck?
week.
You're greedy, man. You're not going to eat
What?
10 steak sandwiches a week.
Why not?
Because
I
you
don't-
won't.
So what are you trying to tell me I get 1 steak sandwich a week? It's emulsified.
So it's it's either 10 or 1. There's no in between. Okay, normally a box is 6 of them.
Oh, so see, you could have just told me that. I fucking asked you that.
You got the same fucking internet in front of you that I have.
So 1 box a week.
Okay, to see that, now we're talking.
If
you hear that?
The first thing I said, how many Steakums are in a box?
And I didn't have it
I
pulled
don't
up, so
know.
I looked it
I'm
up.
not sure how many
I looked it
Steakums
up
are
because
in a
I didn't have that in
box.
front of me.
All right.
Prick.
One
All right.
box of emulsification a week.
Okay, so you get 1 box and I get 2 boxes.
I see what you did there.
Okay, Steakums. So we need 2 boxes, 1 apiece. One to the Anthony household and one to the Doug household. And you will become the official emulsified meat product of the Who's Right podcast.
We've always wanted a full emulsified meat product. You'll even get we'll even put that stamp on our logo. Steakums is the official emulsified meat product of Who's Right. I don't know why that's so fucking funny.
So should we change the name of the episode then? Instead of just bleeding into your gym shorts, should we name the episode Steakums is the official emulsified meat product of the Who's Right podcast?
Yes.
Or the unofficial, because that makes it legal,
unofficial,
right?
Yeah. Unofficial.
All right. Well, thanks, Steakum, for sponsoring us. We appreciate your
patronage.
Meat stuff.
We appreciate your meat.
So you've really never had a Steakum sandwich?
No, I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, they have them at the grocery stores there. Just have your wife, next time she's shopping, because I assume she does it and you don't, next time she's shopping, tell her to pick you up a box of Steakums.
How much do they cost?
It's like $4 a box.
For 6 of them?
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That's emulsified.
All right, Steakum.
The balls are in your court.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Fuck. I'm done.
Let's get I'm fucking crying over here. we have an unofficial emulsified meat product. I never thought that would happen.
All right.
God.
I do have some things that I want to say before we get the fuck out of here. I have started a Facebook discussion group for the podcast. I think it's just Who's Right Podcast discussion group.
Okay.
So if you guys want to head over there and talk to us, we got some other things coming down the pipeline. I think we're gonna try to. God damn it, Anthony, with your fucking coughing. Fuck.
Sorry.
Thank you, Peter Norica.
You said we're gonna try to, and then you.
Yeah, because it dawned on me that you're not ready to talk about what it is that you're working on your end. So, right.
Right.
Yeah. Visit us on who'srightpodcast.com. We are really going to start hawking our shirts. So actually what I found out is the Patreon thing, there's quite a few people that don't want to, they're turned off by the fact of committing to giving a monthly donation.
Sure.
Which I can completely understand.
Yes.
So if you'd like to support the show in any way, and no, let me rephrase that. If you want to support the show with money, but you don't want to do Patreon, go to who'srightpodcast.com and check out the t-shirts that we got. We try to put a new one up every week or 2 weeks or so. Some are based on off previous shows, and like I'm sure we'll do a fucking
free bleeding shirt. I'm all about that.
That would be easy. I could just Photoshop a little red patch at the bottom of the design. No. Oh, put a brown.
Do they sell nightgowns?
What about that? What about real feminist free shit?
Free bleeding and free shitting. Free balling. Free balling, free bleeding, and free shitting. Oh, it's a work in progress.
Yeah. Are we done? Hush your face. Bye. Fuck the voicemail. I don't care. Shutting that down.
No. That's the most important part. Call our voicemail. 86, what's the number?
508-974-4489.
There you go. Call our voicemail. Leave us a message. I like that. I like to hear voicemails from our fans.
Yeah.
Or Doug's fans, if I don't have any.
I wouldn't even call them fans. I call them listeners. I don't know that.
There you go. From our listeners. Makes it sound better.
Yeah. The important thing though is please, if you listen to this, just click subscribe. I don't care about you giving us reviews. I don't give a shit about any of that. But I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of go away from Twitter. And I know that if I quit tweeting, the numbers go down, which means that you're just seeing it go by. And like, oh yeah, I'll check that out. So just subscribe, please.
Do you think that if I start selling Amway, that I could use this show to get people to subscribe to my Amway and help me sell Amway?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. You were
fuck is wrong
talking. You were talking for a long time, and I was tired of listening to you. So I'm gonna say some stuff. You were saying stuff that I didn't care about.
All right, I'm done. Bye.
Bye.